care of before I went live unexpectedly. Oh boy. Anyway, we are celebrating Mama's. She's in the other room right now. Happy birthday to her. She has turned another decade. And she has to be around here for many more decades to come. I'm coming a little bit early on today because at 8 p.m. I will be on My Other's Keeper. I did give her a channel shout out. I did post it. I also did post it. No, has to love for people to put birthday wishes in the community post. But I did put the coffee link if anybody chose to purchase Mama a coffee. They could. That was up to you entirely. Nothing that you had to do, but if you wish to, it was there and had the ability to do so. So I'm going to be on again. Hi, Enfield. I'm going to be again on My Other's Keeper tonight, talking about Kinusaiga and so forth. Oh boy, guys, we're in trouble. We were thinking yesterday of what we could call ourselves because, we're kind of think, well, we're not. We can't say the Kinasaiga sisters because we're not sisters. And I thought ladies was kind of he. So one thing that I came up with that I thought was really cute. Got stuff on my board, so give me a minute. Decide I'm going to shake the table, but I don't want that stuff on. It's nice about cutting board, just kind of clean it off really easily. I know that they have mats and stuff, and you can get the mats and do all that kind of stuff. But anyway, um, the Kina Saga, we're not sisters, so we can't really go with that. But one thing we thought of was the Kina Saga chicks. So that's what we've named ourselves, and I got a cute logo for it, and we're called the King of Saga Chicks, and I love it. And then I decided to just fool around a little bit with some sayings for T-shirts for King of Saga, and boy, do I have some cute ones. And no, I'm not telling you. But I do have some cute ideas. I'll have to get with Alfonso and work with him. Of course, I'll have to do a training for him just to say thank you and get that sent to him. But anyway, um, absolutely have some. Hi, Paula. Some tremendously cute ideas for shirts. One that I have to make. It's one of those I have to make. So we will be on My Other's Keeper tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time and 6 p.m. Mountain time. So Mama it's her birthday today, and we've just been relaxing and chilling and taking it easy because we've had a couple busy days, and this girl is very sore, very tired, and needed to just relax. So we've just spent the day relaxing. Um, Another day, not today because I don't want to spoil today. I have a rant for Subway. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to ruin the stream. But I'm planning. Hi, Sandy. I'm planning to do a short about Subway. And I'm telling you what, I have a little bit of not so nice taste in my mouth about Subway and their app and all that. So I plan to say something, but I won't do it today. We're not going to ruin today. So I lost fabric again yesterday. I wondered who. Those that didn't see it, she showed this yesterday. Christina has done a phenomenal job. There's still some, she's improving like we all are. There's still things that, you know, I need to do, and I need to do her first one, of course. She is looking to possibly sell this piece. She's very proud of this piece, but I need to go in and just kind of do a little bit of tucking. I don't know if I'll outline this. I may, but we have to frame it. I have to put the back on for her, and she just asked me, just clean it up, Mom. But she, compared to her last one, she's doing a tremendous job. And so she asked me to just, she said, "Can you clean this up just a little bit, Mom?" And I said, "Yeah, I can clean it up." But still, I'm just so impressed. She's getting better and better every time. And overall, I'm tremendously impressed. And just doing that, just taking my little seam ripper and just kind of, going over a couple things. I need to kind of smooth this out. She just had a tear, but we can fix that and isolate that a little bit. Just doing this when you're done with your piece a little bit does help to kind of smoothen things out and make it a little bit more clean and crisp. But I think she did a tremendous job. Yes, Sandy, she is getting better and better doing this. And I'm going to cry when I say this. Um, Christina and I have had times in our relationship where we've kind of just, as mother and daughter, she kind of, I don't know if they're closing, it's not that. Their app needs to, their app and believe me, I'm not going to get into it. It's just a whole bloody thing. But, if you're going to have an app and not have an ability for customer service, way of getting customer service if you're having a problem that you can't get into the app, because we had a buy one get one free thing on the Subway app for uh under mom's account. And we thought, okay, we'll order Subway today to get buy one get one free. That can be her birthday. We got her a piece of apple pie when we were down in the Amish country, so she's all set with that, right? And she had $2 off in Subway. We can't get into the app to redeem it. We can't get into the app. We can't get in hold of anybody. The stores can't help us. They're useless to be able to help us. They can't do it. It's just um let me tell you, if you're going to have an app and not have customer service as a way of, and they don't have a password. There's no way to reset your password. You're supposed to get a code, and then you go to the thing and it says code session expired. I did one on my Facebook. I'm not doing it here today, but let me tell you. Anyway, she's doing better and better. But Christina and I have kind of had times in our relationship where we've kind of, mother and daughters, they kind of come together and go this way and then come back together and goes this way. And well, maybe in a couple days we can get into it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Who knows? We have till the 31st. So I'll send an update and see. But I'm not going to worry about it today. We're trying to do it today, and it didn't work out, and we're moving on. That's all I. That's all I have to say. Um, I may outline this piece though. We'll see. Just because. But anyway, Christina and I have kind of had times in our relationship, and I think all mother and daughters have them. We just kind of go, this way and this way. And yesterday, my mother was sitting there and she goes, the best birthday present I could have gotten was you and your mother sitting down, laughing and teasing, and we were kidding back with each other. And I just felt like we had broken through that mother and daughter kind of transition period, going from, being her mother as a young as a baby and growing up, and then becoming from a mother to an adult relationship. It was like it was the break, and we were laughing and talking, and she was kidding back and forth with me, and I was kidding with her. And I said, she said, well, I'm something about a pickle. And I said, yeah, I know you're a pickle. And we were just doing our old stuff again, but we were doing it on a different level. And this is what brought us together. Not that we were separate or something. That's not it. Or not talking to each other. That wasn't it. But there was just, we have our jam. We have our thing. And she is 100% enjoying doing this, and she can't get enough of it. She really can't. I think her pieces are going to be I'm going to tell you all, they're going to be very colorful. like she is, in different takes. But I love the fact that, and I sent her the logo, and I said, "What do you think of the King Saga chick?" She goes, "Mom, I love it." She goes, "That's awesome." So we have several shirts that we're gonna probably design. We'll put our logo on. If you want to look at the logo, I put it on the last post. She wants to do more lives together, and I can't pump these fast enough out for her. Hi, Riches. Welcome on in. I sent you an email a couple of days ago, and I'm going to send you another email in the next either today or tomorrow. Um, just wanted to let you know. But anyway, and thank you everybody for all of your birthday wishes. Again, I just did a community post. I put the coffee link in there, but I thought it'd be really fun for everybody too to just go over to the community post. If they couldn't do send a coffee to her, just wish her happy birthday. I know that she will love all of them. But this was Christina's artwork, and hopefully you all got to see that live yesterday where we were working on the Kinusaiga together. I really hope you all had an opportunity to go look at that live and see that the fact that she was making the pickles. I thought it was really fun, and we had a great time. And I'm just so thankful. It's like we're just back, and this has brought us back together again. And my mom said to me, she said to Christina said to my mom yesterday, I want to get you a shirt. And my mom said, "You don't have to. You gave me the best present in the world." Your mom and you were sitting there laughing and talking and chit chatting and having a ball. And she said, "The joy of watching you two together and just having a ball together and enjoying each other and laughing." And she said, "That was the best present I could get." And I thought, guys, we are so used to presents being something that is you can give. It's monetized. It's something physical. But I think we forget about the presents that come just in just the most simplest things. She said, "I'm sitting there watching my great grandbaby sleep. I'm sitting there watching you and your mother having a ball. You're creating, you're having fun, you're laughing with each other." And she said, "I'm just the best birthday present I could get." And I thought, it's not about what we can get physically at all. So, anyway, I'm not trying to cry, but I can't help but cry. So, anyway, this is going to be up for, she wants me to frame this, and this is going to be one of the things she would like to put up for possibly if anybody wants to purchase that one. So, we're working on Mama. She doesn't know she's getting this one, but this is the tilted teacup once I get through my tears. Um, if you are going to join us on Mither's Keeper tonight, it will be on here. That's why I'm coming on a little bit live because we'll be on 8 Central Mountain Time. Excuse me, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are doing this one. This is going to be our first teardrop pattern. I'm going to have Mither's Keeper name it because I'm going on to her show. But this is the teardrops I was talking about. And I love this one. This will be our first teardrop image. 100%. They absolutely do. So this is our first teardrop pattern. Somebody today I went in and somebody purchased the rose pattern. And if you guys purchase the patterns or so forth, please I think I'm going to probably get another email set up, maybe like, King of Saga share patterns or whatever it is, something like that. Share your work or something. So people do end up in purchasing the pattern. They could send us, their patterns complete. We can see them. They want us to share them. I have no problem sharing them if they give us permission to do that. But I think that I would like to do that. So again, if you all make a pattern, please send it to us right now. We just got the Blessed to Crochet at yahoo.com, but please just send it to us. We'd love to see your finished work, 100%. And so that was that. There was something else I was going to say, and it just totally went in here and out the other. So we're going to be doing more live streams together, Christina and I, as we have now dubbed ourselves the Kinusaiga Chicks, and we're going to come up with some. I have a couple of really great shirts, and I ain't going to tell you what they are, but I'm telling you what, great shirts. And do you realize I lost some of this fabric yesterday? Yep, I lost it. I said, "Child, you're going to eat me out of house, home, and fabric now." So anyway, but and I did not tell anybody this. She was the one that expressed that yesterday. But she said yesterday in the live, she said it's really helping because she's you know uh of course, she's got the little one and she's pumping right now. Of course, you all know what that means. And she said, she can do this while she's having to do that. And her focus is not, oh, I've got to do that. I've got to sit here and do a half an hour of that. She said her focus is on doing this. So while she's doing that procedure, she's focusing on Kinusaiga. And she said, before she knows it, a half an hour's up and she's finding out she's getting more through that by focusing on that, which goes back to, and she gave me permission. She shared it first. I did not share it, so I just said to you all, it's helping her through some things. Well, it's kind of helping her through that right now. It kind of goes back to exactly what I was kind of saying to you all. um, when we are dealing with chronic pain, isn't it just lovely? Nobody ever said. When you are dealing with chronic pain, the worst thing you could do is sit there and think about it. Your best thing you can do, of course, is focus on something else. So she's focusing on this. What's happening? She's not focusing on anything else. And her body is relaxing by doing this. And then it's relaxing her enough to allow nature to do what it's supposed to do. And so um, that just makes me very happy. And I am to at least get 2 to 3 patterns a week to her. And she's flying through it. And uh, my I'm going to have to do a pickle now because I want to see what my determination of what my pickle uh, thing will be. I did get that cut. I'll have to fix that right now. Um, she had, she named it Jamaican Me Pickle. I don't know what I'll name mine, but I'll have to do a pickle because I'm telling you, hers is going to be a very colorful pickle. I kind of cut this yesterday by accident when I was trying to fix it. So I gotta fix it before it has a problem. But I'm gonna have to do a pickle just so that we can see each other's, um, kind of, what is it? I can't think of it. I'm not with it today, guys. I can fully 100% determine that today. I'm really, past couple days have been tiring. Um, I got to do the pickle one so we could see how different ours are. I don't know what I'll name. Pickle Love or something. But the reason she's calling it Jamaican Me Pickles is she's kind of using the colors of the Jamaica flag. I said, it's going to be a very colorful flag, right? So now that that's fixed, it's not perfect. But again, we're not trying to do perfect, y'all, right? I will also be on this channel before I forget. And I don't want to say it the wrong way, but I want to make sure I have the right one. It was so much fun yesterday. Oh, I don't know if you saw the short. I mean, we got them deer. Boy, did we get close, personal with them deer. I got to push my grandbaby in a stroller for really the first time, which was just, it was so wonderful. Let me see if I can find it so y'all can find it. Let's see. And I will Crystal the Yarny Chicken. I wanted to say cat because I think she has cats. I will be doing I will be finishing and outlining the rest of that. I just really wanted to work on the tilted teapots because that's Mama's birthday gift. Okay, so yeah, and I want to go in the winter because they have Christina said the deer even come out even more. So on the 28th, I believe at 1 o'clock, if I'm correct, I will be on this channel on the 28th. So hopefully y'all will enjoy me there. And I have a cute pattern with a cat and a yarn ball. I know she crochets too. So we'll be doing that. Be on her channel on the 28th. I'm looking forward to just chit chatting and talking. I'm going to be on Kim's tonight talking about Kinusaiga, as you all could imagine. And, you know, I just, I'm probably over talking about it, but the blessings just keep coming from it. We got into our first place for our, I thought it was kind of ironic that the first place that we went down in the Berlin, in the Amish country, to put our soap caddies is also a place that has fabric. I thought it was just ironic, but I don't think it's ironic. I think it's certainly God designed because it will open us up to being able to put Kina Saga projects and patterns down there. One thing that I really would love to be able to do, and somebody in a comment from a TikTok reel, I have to look at it, told me about another yarn store not far, or not yarn, fabric store from Shiloh that I need to go see. But I really want to get a couple places around the area and be able to, get patterns together and kits together that we could say, okay, this came from this store. And so I'm probably going to do a pattern or kit and just put it down there with a sample of what it looks like or a picture or something like that. See how the pictures go first, the finished ones. But then I think it would be so cool to put the the kits together so that people could take them home. And if they've had a really nice experience in the Amish country, they can take home fabric from that store and design their own pattern with it. Their own, not pattern, but make a finished project with it. But then it came from that store. And so when we put kits together, we can say all the fabric was sourced from Berlin, Ohio, which is down in the heart of Amish country, or the fabric was sourced from this fabric store in Shiloh, Ohio. And I just think that that'll be really cool to be able to do that. And maybe when Josh and I go to Indiana, maybe I'll see, of course, we usually go there around Christmas time, as long as grandma's still here, right during Thanksgiving time. And we go. And usually the fabric stores are usually, of course, that's right after that's Black Friday. But I really think I think that that'll be really cool is just to be able to put kits together and both through our merch store to be able to say, all this fabric came from, this store down and be able to put their business card in the kit and be able to support small business. And I just think it's a really cool idea. I called Christina and said, what do you think of this? She goes, Mom, I think it's a great idea. One of the things is I was cutting the fabric or not cutting the piece for the one I'm doing on my other's keepers live tonight, is I sat there and I thought I want to make sure that as we grow with this and as we do kits and all that kind of stuff, it's really prefaced tremendously that the only way in order to make a kit, make a thing that's cut that's perfect, is that it's put down there that this is done and cut by hand. Yes, I think it's a great idea. I mean, how would you think you're going into a quilt store? And I mean, they have gorgeous quilts. I'm so jealous of them because they are gorgeous. And they have gorgeous quilt. They have gorgeous quilts at this one place. And we're on consignment for them, just for the soap caddies right now, but they said we can put anything in there. And she loved the idea of being able to put like finished Kinusaiga pictures in it. But then you go into that store, you see not something as complicated as this, but something very simple. It's a kit. You got the fabric sourced from that store in Berlin, Ohio. You take that home. You've got your seam ripper, maybe a pair of scissors in the kit, a little bit of tiny little bit of glue, maybe one of these stylists, you know, and so forth in that kit. And the frame, the cardstock frame with the background, I just get black velvet instead of purple or blue, and then you have everything to put it together. And then you go home. You take the whole kit, you put it together. I'd love to be able, especially down in the Amish country, to be able to figure out how to do a horse and buggy. That would be something somebody could actually do that's very simple. You take it home, and now you are putting together a kit of the fabric you got purchased on your vacation in Berlin, Ohio. More Berlin than Shiloh, but still, I mean, people go to Shiloh, too as well. But Berlin is in the heart of it. There's hotels, there's restaurants. It's all Amish. You go down there and you've got Amish horse and buggies, and you've got, Walnut Creek and Heinz Cheese Factory and different farms that have all different kind of stuff. I just think you're sitting down at your dining room table with your kit, and hey, I got that from Berlin, Ohio, and now I get to put it on my wall. And when people ask, "Oh, that's really pretty, right?" Yep, it's really pretty. Who did that? And you can say, "I did that. I got that from this kit I got down in Berlin, Ohio." Every time you look at that, you think of your vacation in Berlin, Ohio. I think it's a really cool idea. And it supports the local shop. I mean, they didn't have as much fabric as they did in countries. I mean, it was beautiful fabric, but they didn't have as much. They had still a substantial amount, but it wasn't as much as they had in country. They could probably fit half of the store, in there as well. There's another place down there. It's called Souls, and they were very interested in the King of Saga, but that's a procedure down the road. They rent booths down there for stuff. And so that's something that I said to Christina, well, that's down the road where we could rent a booth for like 6 months and see how it went. But she said, they were very interested in the King Saga. And she goes, we have nothing like that here. She said, we have people that crochet, but she said, we have nothing like that where Christina and I could do our finished pieces and take them down to that store and put them in. But like Christina wants to do craft shows and stuff. And I said, yeah, but we got to build our stock and finished pieces, Christina. you know, and it's going to take some time. We've got to be able to have stuff. So I said, it may not end up being this year, but who knows, maybe next year. But the one place that I can start putting stuff in with Kinusaiga related would have to be that fabric store. I just thought it was very ironic that the first place that has our soap caddies is also welcome in, love. Yes, creative minds. I just thought it was really ironic that the first place we got our soap caddies in was also a fabric store. If you're coming on in, this is called Kinusaiga. Kinusaiga is the art of tucking fabric into uh, foam board, and it's not styrofoam. It's actual polystyrene board, which you can get at Home Depot. So it's not that. And it's a new passion of mine, and So this is called Tilted Teacups that we're working on right now. It's my mother's 80th birthday today. And so we're celebrating Mom's birthday. And my mother and I have a cup of tea every afternoon. And so I doubt I'll get this done by the end of today, but I wanted to come on and work on it as we have been working on it because this piece is going to go to her for her birthday. So, I mean, this pattern, of course, will be available on the merch store, but I will be putting just a side note if we ever do patterns and so forth and cut out a foam board is please don't expect the pieces to be cut out to perfection. Human hands cut them out, so they're not going to be perfect. And please don't try to make your pieces perfect. Make them look like they're made by human hands. So, and my daughter is hooked. She has done some pieces. My daughter was on a live yesterday. This is one of her second pieces of Kinusaiga. That reminds me, I also need to look, and you can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you need to have people connect with your channel. But this is her second piece. I got her hooked onto it. And I will be on my other's keeper at 8 o'clock talking about it. I'm not stopping crochet. I'm just gotten a new passion. And it is so relaxing. And it is so much fun. It is just something that I am totally 100% enjoying. And so, I'm actually loving to do. So my mom and I make this one for my mother. But I have to look. I know the history to some degree of Kinusaiga, but I need to look that up tonight. So I have it because I can't remember the lady's name that started this. But it is and you use 3 sticky stuff to get the fabric to stay. We've done a flag, and the flag is over there. And for those people that haven't seen it, I guess I should get there. Oh, store tonight. Oh, store. Yesterday, today. Let me need this piece of work. This is a piece I'm very, very proud of. That's her flag. Probably going to try to do the flag again, but without the flowers, just because of the ease of it. Because the flowers were challenging. But that's the flag. And we just did it with wood sticks. We framed it with wood sticks. It came out very well. And I'm just loving this. I'm telling you. I've got a night owl one that I've got to work on. And I'm going to do that when I can't sleep. I figured it'd be a good one to come on maybe midnight or something if I'm having trouble going to sleep one night. I was out before 11 o'clock last night. I was so tired. Came home and I was like, I crashed. And we've had like a little bit of fall. What temperature is it? I mean, we had fall weather yesterday. And it's the middle of June or July. Boy, am I off. We had a little fall weather yesterday. It was beautiful out. I was very thankful for it. Yep, it's 74 degrees. It was absolutely beautiful out. Beautiful. The park we went to was Anna Dean Park. It was absolutely beautiful. Hi, Alfonso. Yes. I just got home from work. Yeah, we've been trying to spend the day relaxing. It's Mama's birthday tonight, so we're just taking it easy. We are not doing anything major. We did try to order Subway, but I'm not going into that sore subject right now. Very, very sore subject. I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm going to be on Kim's channel later. Trying to just work on this for Mama. Didn't think it doesn't look like it. Yep, that was right. Like I'm getting to know these things. They don't look cut all the way through. So anyway, I'm just going on this journey. I'm not even questioning it anymore. I'm going. But do I have some cute ideas for shirts? Oh my goodness. Cute, cute, cute ideas. When we were in the Amish country, Josh and I ate at a place called Yoder's Family Restaurant. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And I got Mama a piece of apple pie. So she has a piece of apple pie today. And for the end of the month, maybe we'll get Subway. I don't know. They're not top 10 on my list right now. So they're very bottom. Now, I think to some degree our corporates have just gotten too big for some of their britches. They've forgotten about the people that got them there. You know, and I'm very hard on customer service, harder than I am because I've been on the other side. I know how it should be and how you should be treated as a customer, and I'm just, you know, I just have a hard time when customer service, doesn't go, is not there. I just have a real hard time with it. Poor people in the store, they can't do it the dang on thing, and that's a shame. You know? But anyway, I'm not going to ruin today. I am not going to ruin it. Hi, Juan. It is Mama's birthday today. She's in the other room. She comes out here. I'll have her. Y'all can wish her a happy birthday. But we're just relaxing today. Even Mama was like, I don't want to go out today. Tired. And I'm all sore because Christina has steps going on to her house. And so and they're not the easiest. So going up and down those steps, going in to bring all the stuff and bring all the fabric was not easy. And yes, she helped. Just I'm a little sore. I'm loving how this teapot's looking. I'm thinking that I should do the handle in this color to match the bottom. What do y'all think? Thinking of doing that handle in here instead of doing it with the fabric. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And hopefully that didn't get left at her house. I don't think it did. So because I'm going to be on my other's keeper, I thought I got to come on early. Otherwise, I won't be able to work on this. Yep. Just needed to just needed to take it easy today. We all were tired. I gotta come on and work on this a little bit. But don't worry. Oh, by the way, for those that love the summer goose, be prepared. Mother wants me to do a whole series. summer goose, fall goose, winter goose, spring goose. We're not done with the goose yet. We'll be changing the seasons. I already have them. Pumpkin patch goose for fall with leaves. Winter goose standing next to a Christmas tree. Spring goose with a flower in the hand. I fine art. So anybody that's loved the goose series will be probably adding to that. That was Mother's idea. Then she sat there and said, "Well, maybe we could do, um, maybe you could do, what was it? Valentine's Day. We'll do Valentine's Day and um, Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day." I was like, she said, "Oh, maybe that's a little bit too much." But we definitely got where we're going to be doing fall, winter, spring, and summer. Then we got the summer one. Because you've seen everybody's had those. They're expensive, though. The ones when we were at, where was it? Down at Der Dutchman, man, they were like $33 or something like that. Um, those gooses that you put out on the porch, and I'm probably saying it wrong, y'all. But almost like you should do a winter one and a spring one and to have the whole seasons. Like, Mama, don't worry, I created it. That was Mama's idea. Oh, I was like, because she said maybe somebody would want to put the whole little series on their wall or change them out as the seasons come. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I don't think we're done. I think the goose or whatever in the heck it is, the popular little things. I know there's people that have really made that the goose has brought them a smile. So, and my eyes for the fish should be here on Saturday or something like that. And then I did order the 6mm in the eyes, the clear eyes like we have for the goose, because it said it was the last one and I wanted to make sure I grabbed it. I thought if I don't like them, I'll send them back through Amazon. The other ones are from ST, and I know I said that wrong too, but it's the way I say it. Christina was flying through that pickle yesterday. I was like, "You go, girl." So fun. She picked out colors. She knew my expression on my face was going to be like, "You really? Really?" Because she knows I'm not a big fan of yellow. And then she picked a color. She's doing a wolf too, and she picked a color for that. I said, "You sure you want the wolf?" "Yeah, Mom, I want it in this one." I'm like, okay. So her pieces are going to be very, very colorful. I said, she's never really, she still doesn't match her socks. Her socks are unmatched. Unmatched socks. It's too funny. I got a funny kid. But I love her to pieces, that's for sure. I wouldn't, very thankful that she was placed in my life. I was her mama. It hasn't been easy, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. We're not given the parents. I know there's people that I know there's parents that didn't do the greatest job and that the kids should not have gone through what they went through. That's the wrong thing. I'm not doing that one yet. Mary, get with the program. But there's, and I think we're given the parents we're supposed to get. You know what I mean? We're given the parents we're supposed to get, and we're I think we have to look at our parents from a perspective of what they've been through in their lives. Sometimes we don't take the time to listen to their stories. We all have stories. Every single one of us have stories, and sometimes we don't always listen. We don't take the time. I did say that to my daughter recently. I said, Christina, I've had things happen and traumas happen in my life. And, part of what is important is for you to sit down and understand what I've kind of had to go through, that I'm so blessed you haven't had to go through. You haven't had to go through some of the stuff I've gone through, and I'm very thankful you haven't had to go through it. I'm thankful your story is a little better than my story. Don't we want that for our kids? We want nothing more than for their story to be easier than ours. And if you all think that when you're doing this, if you're pressing and it's just not going through enough, recut it again. Because sometimes it's just that it wasn't cut deep enough. And I'm not sure it's the kid's job, especially when they're younger, but when they're older, guys, if your parent enjoys crafting or putting together puzzles or whatever it is, sit down with them and do it. You may sit there going, I really don't enjoy this. Doesn't matter. You find a way, whatever it is that they really enjoy, love doing. Maybe it's walking, maybe it's going on a nature walk, maybe it's putting puzzles together, maybe it's doing something, and find a way to connect with them. And I know it may not be your jam necessarily, but sometimes it's more important that you're sitting down with them and spending that time, because there's going to be one day, I can guarantee it, that you're going to be sitting there going, man, I wish I could sit down with my mom or my dad again and sit. And even though I didn't enjoy doing puzzles, they really enjoyed sitting down doing that. And I wish I could have sat down and listened to the stories that they had to tell and the wisdom they had to tell and all of that, because one day it's going to be gone. You won't have that ability to do that. You won't be able to hear their story and listen to them. And, that's all part of just sitting there. Even though it may not be your jam, it's not about what you're doing, it's about the time you're spending. You won't always have that. And I know that with mom. And we go on the way to see Christina, and I think these are precious times together, because there's going to be a day where she won't be able to drive, or there's going to be a day when she's not here. And I have to treasure every moment I have. They don't last forever, though we want them to. Oh, sorry. Oh, shouldn't be sleepy, but I am. I'm tired. When I have to be busy and then so forth, I get really tired for the next day or two till it caught up with me. My body kind of goes, okay, I'm somewhat recovered, so you can keep going. I just think we just tend to, we just think, oh, they're always going to be here. Well, they're not. And life gets busy, and then we forget. Yep, every moment counts, and that's the truth. And I think that it's kind of the same way. I was thinking that the other day when I went into that store when we're trying to have people come in here and just get those connections things going, whether it is to grow a channel or whether it is to find amazing channels or make friends or whatever it is. If I had gone into that fabric store and just not had taken a moment to go around and look at their fabric and see what they had and gone up to the lady and said, "Oh, how are you doing today?" and so forth. But if I had just gone into a store I had never gone into before and just said, "Hi, my name is Mary. We sell these. We're interested possibly in thinking about how you run your consignment to put these soap caddies in." And not that she wouldn't have put him in, but I don't think it would have gone as well. It was a very nice interaction. I got to know somebody. She's a very nice lady. And I got to talk. We got to talk about stuff. It wasn't just a quick hi and goodbye and here's my stuff. It was an interaction with her. And I think that when we're doing YouTube or whatever it is, especially YouTube, you need to remember that it's not about that. And it's not about just making, oh, well, I'm just going to come into a channel that, especially like ours, that allows you to put your link in. I'm going to put my link in. I'm going to say hello to the host. And then I'm going to say, oh, by the way, I have to leave. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you just come in. I'm giving you a thumbs up. I can't stay long. I understand that. But when you can, hang out, make some friends, make those connections. All about making them. You will not grow a channel if you're just dropping links everywhere. Because it's not about that. It's about the community. And I have known that. And by the way, we're less than 1,200. We're actually 1194 away from uh, getting remonetized. So keep watching and helping us, and we're gonna party hardy. I also have to do that book, but then I also have to do. I don't want those, yeah. I've got to do Eli's book too and release that song that I did for him. I love how this teacup is coming out. It's really pretty with this fabric. But I've got to do the recipe for the Amish haystack, but I've got to try it myself because I just think we just don't do it enough. It's like I really want to open it up for people to come on in here while I'm doing this just to talk. They can have a cup of coffee, they can have a cup of tea, they can drink juice, they can crochet, they can knit, they can do this, they could put a puzzle together, they could do whatever they want to do. I don't, as long as we just have to come in and have that connection. They don't even have to have a channel if they don't want to. Have a channel and they just want to come on and we just talk and we do this. I get to do something that I'm passionate about. They get to come in and talk and we're all happy. I think it would be wonderful. So I certainly want to open that up too because I think it would be really fun. I realized yesterday when Christina and I were doing it together, I'm like, this is fun sitting here doing this and being with you all, of course. It's really fun. And it's fun when I can just sit and work on stuff, even though I really haven't, because I can't seem to get ahead between Christina's, Mom, I need more patterns, to me trying to get stuff done and everything. But I'm finding out that it was like yesterday, it was really fun to sit with somebody and work on this. and like I said, it doesn't have to be working on it together. It could just be, you know, it's going to be fun tonight to be on with Kim and talk and work on this. I doubt she's going to be doing it, but it'll be fun to show people how to do it and chit chat with a good friend of mine. So I have no problem if people want to come on while I'm doing this. Just let me know. You won't see me, but that'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. That's why I think this would really lend itself to um, people, like people sitting at a table with fabric scraps and just chit chatting. I think it would be really fun. Like I said, guys, be careful when you're using these tools because it will kind of dip into the fabric or the not the fabric, but it will go into the whatever the foam board is. I cannot think. I maybe need another cup of coffee. I might have to get one, which I don't very often do, but because my brain just ain't communicating with the rest of my body today. But the Souls place, I would really like to eventually be in. So I think that place is amazing down there. It's like all these little booths of all these creators that have stuff, and so forth. But it's down the road. Camping now, first of all, we don't have the stock built up enough to put in there. But I would just start off, I think like you have to sign a 6-month contract. And it's like $80 a month. $80 a month for an end cap. But if we had a couple pictures of myself, from Christina and then for me, we could do it. But we'd have to be down the road enough with it. So that's down the road. That's something I very much would love to do. But it's down the road. Have our soap caddies there, and then have have some pictures. Maybe eventually be able to put kits down there in that store because it's huge. A lot of people go there. Very busy store. And they were like, we have a lot of things here, but we do not have anything like that. They all took a moment and looked at it, but I wasn't. I thought they were more of I didn't realize they were like a booth kind of thing where you had that branded booth space. I mean, they had bigger booths than just their prices started at $80. And it's not like it's also a high volume store too. She said this is very unique and we have nothing down here like that. I thought, okay. Now I forgot where I was. So Christina and I were like, well, that's down the road. We'll get there. I have a strong feeling that we'll get there. It may not be now, but we'll get there. And sometimes dreams and things like that take a while to happen, but at least we're down in the Amish country. We're in a store. It's not, there, but it's a store. And I thought, well, that's something that we can do down the road. It's a down the road kind of thing. It's not now. And I don't think we're ready for that. I think I'd like to start out just to do a test run, and I think it would be good. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a total test because as that Saul's place, but it would give us a test of kind of a little bit, and then we could try it out. And we have the resources down in the shop for 6 months and see how it goes. But I would do it at I would do it at the beginning of June through December. And then that's when I would do it. I don't know if I do it all year, but I would do it from June to December, because then you get people that come down, and their slow season is during the winter, of course. They still get people that come in, but you would get people that are coming in for Christmas stuff. So I would do it from that, looking for Christmas gifts. So it would really feed itself into like that time. I wish they had per month, or because I think Mother's Day would also be a great time. Like I wish you could do it like 6 months or something, or 3 months, because I probably do it for like April, May, and June, because May has Mother's Day, and Mother's Day would go really good for the soap caddies. But June is also kind of their heightened time. Then you've got really cute ones like this that you could do for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then, of course, we could do like the fabric pumpkins and stuff. And so, anyway, that's down the road. Start off one little place. Cost me like $20 to go get in consignment with that one fabric store. So I thought, well, this is a start. You got to start someplace. All right, I'm cutting. Oh boy. One little place. I got to pay attention to the time. That's for sure. I got a couple more hours before I'm on my other keeper, but I probably want to get up and have a break before I go on there. No, I have to figure out how to. It's one thing I forgot. How am I going to do that so I can hear? Josh? Josh?
Yeah.
My earbuds that were hooked to the computer that all of a sudden didn't work, those transformer ones, would they be Bluetooth? Can I Bluetooth them to my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I'm going to have to do. If not, he'll have speakers I can use to some degree. Probably should go check and see if they're charged, because I doubt they've been charged recently. I'll have to Bluetooth them to my phone so I can hear Kim. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear Kim tonight. Oops, wrong place, Mary. Get in there. May have to get up and go get those earphones and charge them, because I don't think they've been charged for a while. They were having problems with the computer, but I'll have to hope. I mean, the only other way to do it is to do my phone or my laptop. I don't know how I do that camera down like that. I guess we'll get one teacup possibly done. We're just going to be here. I just feel like chilling. Chilling out today. Relaxing. Not having to go anyplace. Don't want to go anyplace. And I need to do the recaps. I'll get them done tomorrow. I just didn't even have the brain power for that today. Did not. I'll have to get up and get those earphones, make sure that they're charged because I haven't used them for quite a while. I haven't needed to use them. And that's the only way that I'm going to hear Kim is to have that because we don't have, the iPhone 12 doesn't have any way to get, it has no earphone plug things. I'm sure Josh would have some kind of device, possibly with our older phones, but not with this one. And it'll be better if I have it down. Sometimes these tools really help if you're kind of struggling with things not cooperating, and you just have to be very careful when you use them because they will press really into the foam board. But if this is just not cooperating or you need it to go in, this will be, so anyway. And they do help. Yep. And this is an iPhone 16, I think. I didn't want to trade in our phones, but Mom was having storage issues. My phone was cracked. Josh's phone was having problems. And I know we could go to the iPhones, what are those things? Androids, but none of us are Android users. And it's handy to have a pair of tweezers. Sometimes you get pieces that just don't want to cooperate. That'll hurt to have these little brown pieces in it, but it'll be better if you don't have it up. I forgot I still needed a little piece, but I think we're gonna put the brown on the side of the handle. I think it'll look nice. Right after I get done with this piece, I'm gonna get up just for a moment and go get those earphones. I just remembered about them too. I think let's put a blue piece there. I think that'll be nice right there. And a perfect piece. Got this from the minute I saw this piece. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. It was like, this absolutely looks like a teapot. Teapot or a teacup. It just looked like something. I'm like, I know exactly what I'm using that for. Mom and I literally have tea about every day. Not every day, but near close. There's not often we mess. Like we came home last night. She goes, I know it's late. Do you want some tea? And I'm like, yes. Christina likes iced tea. Like she likes an almond palmer. Doesn't like coffee, but she doesn't like hot tea. Yeah, I mean, I've got the ones, and I had them hooked to the computer, and then the computer wasn't picking them up and reading them. So then I had something crazy, especially after that we had all the problems with the computer in the other room, and so I've got but I'm sitting here thinking, oh yeah, I won't be able to hear Kim. She'll be able to hear me, but I won't be able to hear her, hopefully, without it being loud and everybody hear us double echoing. I mean, I could if I had to. If that did not work, I have my Chromebook. I could put my Chromebook over there and put her live. Hi, Regina. Thank you. It's my mama's birthday today, so this is going to be her birthday present. But if I had to, I could put the earphones to this laptop, put the laptop here and use the earphones, and I can hear Kim, and she hopefully could hear me. It would be a little delayed, but I could do it. But if I could get the earphones to sync with my phone, that would be the best. Because then I can hear her, she can hear me, and I don't have to, because she'll have StreamYard, so one of these days I hope to get back to. They're not. Josh, I'll have to tell him. Maybe he can find the earphones and charge them for me. Yep, she's 80. She said, I'm a proud 80 going into a new decade. So it's her birthday today. So we're just celebrating that. We're taking it easy. We've had a couple very busy days, and so we're just taking it easy. But my mother and I have tea about every day. And so I thought, this is a pattern I'm going to do for her. And of course, we test out all our patterns before we put them up in the merch store. But I thought I got to do her a teapot. You guys, Christmas is coming up eventually. I know it's like, oh my goodness gracious, Christmas. How can you talk about Christmas now? Christmas is coming up. If you learn how to do this and you had special people that you would want to give gifts to, then you could, oh, well, happy birthday to him. Get good with this, then you could do a couple Christmas gifts and have, be able to give them as Christmas gifts. And then, they're handmade. What a neat kind of thing. And they do have polystyrate. They're actually in our fabric list. They have Christmas ornaments. And that's also a great thing because you could do a couple Christmas ornaments. I will. She's taking Mocha, so as soon as she gets done with Mocha, I'll have her come over here so y'all can wish her a happy birthday. But Mocha's friend's coming to take her for a walk. Josh, do you see the earphones by the computer?
Want to charge them?
Thank you. See? Thank you so much. I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's a dark shirt to wear with this may not be the best thing. I've got fabric streams all over me. They tend to stick. But I needed a comfy shirt for a while today. It was a comfy shirt kind of day. No fancy shirt. I needed a really soft shirt today because I was in some pain today. But it's beautiful. It's like it hasn't gone above like 70 something degrees. I should have opened our window too. I didn't think of that. Gotten some fresh air today. It's like July weather or fall weather in the middle of June or July. I'm all over the place today. I've skipped months somehow. Mama, you got to come here for a minute. She has to make a pit stop on the way, guys. It's 98 degrees there. Whew. Nope. I don't think it got above. But yesterday, I thought I was going to need a jacket in the middle of July. It was roasting, roasting, roasting. Yesterday, last night, it was like in the 60s. I'm like, oh, can't wait for fall. I do not like summers because it's too hot. I love the fall. Love the fall and I love the winter. And it's going to be really cool when it becomes winter and you guys can see it out there. You can see the snowfall and it'll be really cool. It'll be really, really cool. You know, we're going to have to do a Kinusaiga snowman. You know that, right? Because this girl loves her snowman. Loves them. I think I'm getting better. This, at least I hope I am. I think if you had to give me Kinusaiga or diamond painting, I hate to tell y'all, but this, and I love diamond painting too, but this would win out. Just because I get to use my creativity on it. 103. Oh my goodness, no way. Josh wouldn't last. He is not someone that likes. He is not one that likes hot weather at all. He would never last. 103. He'd be like, I'm out of here. I remember when we came up here one time. For a while, of course, my mother was born in Scotland, raised, and then came over here when she was 4 months old. And so where we live now is where my mother was raised in. And so we would come up and visit her godmother, and for like a week or two or something like that. And her namesake lived in this, like, not very far from here, in this kind of like, assisted living kind of, older community little places. And it had got around to somebody that the click in the air conditioning, right? That the air conditioning makes and the little clicks that happen, or your air conditioning is that's harmful to the air conditioning and it could set on fire. So the only time she'd run the AC was during the day when she could be right by it and hear it, make sure nothing was going to happen. She wouldn't run it the rest of the day. Well, it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath little place. And it was on the 4th floor facing away from the street. So the wind wasn't coming through. And we had gone earlier to Kingwood Center, which I'll take you all to one day. Actually, I need to do that with the source one day. Anyway, we went to Kingwood Center. It was hot. We went home, back to her house. And I mean, we were roasting. We opened the windows, and then eventually we just got one of those floor fans that we could just put in the room because we were just so hot. My mother just said to me, Mary, get your pillow. Of course, when she took her hearing aids out, she didn't hear much. Oh. Well, okay. Now you can wish somebody a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having a nice, quiet day.
Yes, we had a busy day yesterday. So
Nice texts from friends and direct
Yeah.
messages and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, Caroline wants a picture of your Kinusaiga. I was telling her about it. She said,
like
"Do
the
you have any pictures?"
tilted teacups.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we're just having a relaxing day. We're not going to get into Subway's confusion.
No.
Gosh.
So she wanted to know if we were having cake.
No, you had a
I
pie.
told her about the pie story. About George and I, because my stepdad's birthday was July 21st. So we always celebrated it together.
Yes.
And one year after having cake for your dad's birthday, Mother's Day, Nana's birthday, your birthday, Father's Day, Now it's 4th of July.
Yep.
Now it's our birthday, and we're thinking, another cake. And I just happened to say, I really like pie better than cake, actually. So George said, well, it's our birthday. We can have what we want.
Yep.
So we decided on apple pie. So we've had apple pie on
Yeah,
my
but you
birthday
don't
ever
put a
since.
hot candle in
No, you
hot
don't.
apple
No,
pie.
you don't warm up the pie and then put birthday candles in it, or you will have little puddles of
No,
wax
no.
pie.
So Alfonso's saying
Yes.
hi.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Riches is saying happy birthday. Alfonso, Juan, Sandy Wandy. I'll
Thank
say
you all
happy
very
birthday to you.
much. Thank
So,
you. But then I went to work and was telling people at work, you
Yeah.
know, they of course they say, did you have cake? And no, I told them the pie story.
Yeah.
So the maintenance man, whose birthday was the 29th of
Yeah.
July, he said, I like apple pie better than cake too. I'm going home and tell my wife I want pie for my birthday, not cake. So now he has pie for his birthday. So
Yeah.
she said that was a great story. She liked that story. So I have my pie. I'll have it with my tea this afternoon.
Yes. So
There's nothing like pie and tea.
yes, and it was very good. It was actually homemade.
Yes.
Actually, the place I got the apple pie from was the place I had the cherry pie. It was the best cherry
Yes.
pie I have ever had in my
Right.
life. Oh my gosh, the cherry pie was so good.
I like apple pie, but I like Dutch apple pie even better.
Yeah, this was kind of like a Dutch apple pie,
It's
but it had
got
like oatmeal crust on it.
It's got crumble on it. I like it.
And they had pecan, but then when I saw the apple, I said,
Oh,
well,
no, apple pie.
well, I know
Yeah.
apple pie, but I didn't know if it was the streusel, I was gonna say no, let me just go with I was gonna go the pecan route if it
Yeah,
just
I
was
like pecan too.
yeah, if it had
Yeah.
the lace top on it, but it had some kind of crumble,
Yeah.
you would go for
Or
it.
pecan in the winter time for some reason. I don't know. Your godmother made delicious pecan pie, Elizabeth.
Oh,
You maybe don't
yeah.
remember because you were young and it's not a pie.
I remember her gunboat soup, and nobody can tell me how to make it.
No, we did make it. Nana and I made it once. We used those Chinese flat
Yeah, but
things.
nobody can tell us what in the heck
And then
goes
you
in.
cut them and you make these little things. And then there's this meat mixture. It's an Armenian dish.
Yeah.
And you put these, it took forever. You make all these little pinches so that it looks like a little boat because you cut the wonton things. And then you have this meat mixture, which I don't remember anything about how you make it. And you take a tiny spoon and you put little dabs of meat in all these little gunboats. And then you bake them somehow. And then you have some kind of juice that goes with it. They're delicious, but I couldn't tell you how to make it even.
No, and you
It's
put in
probably not named gunboats, but probably her kids named it gunboats.
yeah, because I
And
can't
so-
find one recipe, and her grandkids have no idea, or her
Yeah.
child doesn't know how to do
No.
it. So,
I
hi
think
Brooke, welcome on in. It's my mother's happy birthday. I always have peach cobbler instead of cake for my birthday.
good for you.
Well, I love one thing I love is a banana split. We used to come up here and go to Friendlies, and I used to have my banana
Banana
split.
split for your birthday.
Oh, of course, Josh does not like bananas. He's just not a fan of bananas.
But just because he doesn't like them doesn't mean we can't
No.
enjoy them.
I like banana splits. I like cake. There's one place I really like the cake from here.
Well, Caroline said if the pie had icing on it, she would like it too. I said, well, maybe she said if the pie.
I'm also if you gave me pie over cheesecake, or if you give me a choice between pie and cheesecake, I choose cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
I'd still probably take the pie.
I
It's
know.
a good pie.
I love cheesecake.
Christina thinks pie is not a good birthday dessert.
No, she was
thing with cheesecake is it's not a pie, but it's not cake.
Right.
I love cheesecake. I'm a big fan of cheesecake. So
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
just having a relaxing time.
Yeah.
Working on Kinusaiga. I have to go on my other ski at 8:00. But
So if you have a few pictures, I have the picture of the Summer Goose, but then it had that logo of Luster Crochet around it. So I thought, well, we'll take a picture of some of your work.
I'll send it to her. She's never heard about it before.
Well, I didn't tell her the name of it. I just told her it has to do with tucking fabric into some kind of board. And you and Christina were enjoying it together. I told her we went up there yesterday.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, do you have?" I told her it looks like quilt.
Yeah.
And
I love ice cream cake.
There's Nicole walking Mocha.
Yeah.
Well, I love to watch Mocha when because she walks her so much faster than I can.
Yeah.
And she has this cute little gait when she walks with Nicole.
Yeah.
Off she goes up the road there.
Yeah. But yesterday it was funny because mom was there and we were sitting there and saying, the little one, there's your Nana. It was just, it sounded weird.
It's hard to get used to
But
that.
Christina calls my mother Mimi, so we can't use that one. And then, of course,
Yeah, because her husband's mother is
yeah,
Mimi to
yes,
4 other
yes,
grandchildren.
and
So you can't confuse
yes.
this 4 baby.
So and Christina said, I don't care if it hadn't been, you would have still been Nana because I would have wanted him to call you Nana. So anyway,
maybe when he starts calling me Nana, I don't feel comfortable. Just feel strange.
And I said, well, weird to you. I used to call her Nana, and Mom goes, yeah, everybody did. I said, no, you called her Mom. Yeah. Well, and you called my mother Nana from the time you were little. Yeah. So for, I won't mention how many years, we've known her as Nana. Yeah. And so anyway, but it'll be fine. It'll all work. Yes. But it was those deer in the park. If y'all haven't saw those, amazing. I've never been that so close. I've never been that standing still. I've had them go whizzing by me here in the neighborhood here. They go getting from there's one forest on one side and another forest on another, and they go back and forth. I was kind of worried that one deer was going to come running after us. Yeah, it was stomping at us, and it just went by. She kept stomping her foot. I think she wanted to be sure we were going to stay. But in the fall, whenever Christina says in the winter, I want to go there because she said it's covered in deer. Yeah. That'd be pretty amazing. Well. I stopped doing it. Oh, that's awesome. Almost 89. Wow. See? We just want Mama to be here for another 60 years. We've told her that. If anybody knows somebody turning 90. Yes. Mike Rowe wrote this poem. I don't know if you know Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, but his dad was turning 90. And he wrote this poem about nothing rhymes with 90. And he has all these little verses, and the end line is, and nothing rhymes with 90. Yeah. So I'm waiting for somebody that I know to turn 90. So I can either read or send them that poem. Well, Grandma's already past 90. Look it up. I don't know. I haven't been able to find it written, but I found it on YouTube, I think. Yeah. Where he's reading this poem to his dad, and after the first verse, then when he does the second verse, he has everybody else at the table go chime in, but nothing rhymes with 90. And he goes on, if you'd been 91 and 92, all these other ages that you can find a rhyming word to, but nothing rhymes with 90. So it's somewhere, sometime soon, I'm going to write the words down, or if I can find it written so that if somebody I know ever turns 90. Or you may be saying it to yourself at one point. If I get to 90, I'll give you the poem. And okay, well then I'll read it. We'd love for you to get to 90. I would too, because then our little one will be 10. Yep. He doesn't get to see his personality coming out. Yeah. You're going to be an interesting one. Yes. Well, thank you, everyone. And I'll let you get back to your Kinusaiga. We're trying. We're trying. It just does not roll off the tongue. No, it doesn't. And they couldn't have come up with a little bit easier. They put a picture of a key and then the word new, N-E-W, key new, sigh, like
Kinusaiga, but it's still an awkward word.
Yes, I don't know why they couldn't have come up with something a little bit easier. I don't think she ever thought it was going to take off the way it is.
No.
I don't know.
An Asian person?
She was Japanese.
Japanese.
It started with the art of tucking in fabric into wood to
Yes.
be able to preserve the kimonos.
Yes.
So that's how it started in the 1980s.
Some kind of meaning in the Japanese language. Anyway, it does not roll off.
No, it doesn't.
Well, thank you again, everyone. I appreciate all the merry, happy
My
wishes.
mom is 92 and aunt is 98. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Grandma is finishing is mum, pronounced Momo.
Oh.
So my name is Mom, is Mummu. I have dyslexia, guys. So I try. I think you know what we start off with our kids calling us something, and then it comes out. I think you for Christina it was.
Well, we started out with me, Mom.
Me, Mom, and it's changed to Mimi, and
Because somebody that we knew had that, and I
yes,
liked it. But then she didn't like that when she got older, and she
yes,
changed it to me,
and
which was fine with me.
and Dad started off as Papu, and then changed to Pop,
He
and
changed him to Pop.
so
So
I think it's kind of like, well, it starts off one thing and then ends the other.
yeah, right. It all
So
works.
it all works out in the wash.
Well, thank you very much.
They're saying have a good birthday, the rest of your birthday. It's going to be a very relaxing birthday because we're all tuckered.
Yeah, we're tired from 30 days.
No, it's not.
Where is that piece? Hopefully, go figure out how to do the Subway app.
My Subway app doesn't give me a coupon.
Absolutely ridiculous. These estimates for done.
This is what it gives me.
I know it gives me the same.
A Moana movie deal.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even gonna go there.
Go into Sub Club, and I get Club Kiss.
Well, at least you get better than, oh, your thing has expired. All right, Brooke, thank you for coming in if you're leaving. If you're not leaving, hang around as we tuck fabric in. Just keep getting, your code is expired. Subway, get rid of your codes that you try to send people through email and have them use their password. Just a little thing. And there's no way to reset your password. Lord have mercy. Most ridiculous thing in the world. Hey. I think we've just gotten to a place in our society where it's like, you know, the comments that are a lot there, and I hate, was like, well, Subway's gotten to the point where they don't care. Well, it's not. Here's the thing. Mom has a Subway. Not that we order Subway very often, but every once in a while, Christina really likes Subway. So when we go up, like yesterday, we get Subway. You go into her account, which is her email. Instead of being able to enter a password to log into your account, it sends you a code to your email. You go to your email. You enter the code into that after you enter your email into the Subway app. Then you enter the code. It is continuously telling her your session is expired. There's no place to put in another password. There's no place to do anything. She can't get in there. She has a buy one, get you free sub. And She can't get in there to get it. And $2 in sub cash. She can't get in to get it. I'm now locked out of my account. And the thing was is that we used my account yesterday to get the deal for Christina, get her and her.
After 48 hours, you can reset your password.
But there's no password. There's
After 48 hours, you can reset your password.
You're not hearing me, Josh. There's no place to put a password.
But you're not hearing me. Your account is locked. After 48 hours, 2 days, 24-hour periods, you can reset your password and get in.
Well, and it just keeps telling you. And then yesterday, when we were trying to get order for us, because we got done ordering for Christina,
What it says here on the
un-
report.
underneath my account, we went into hers. When we were trying to do hers, it kept saying can't complete order, contact customer support. There is no customer support.
Can I tell you what the app support says?
Yes, you can do it.
Due to multiple login attempts with incorrect credentials, your account has been locked. After 48 hours, please reset your password and refrain from logging in again until your password has been successfully updated.
But Josh, I'm trying to tell you that there is no place to put a password. We will try it in 48 hours and see. That's calling y'all. Is it going to do that thing where it's going to do one side?
No. I know you have to even have this card where you are.
I think because my mom got a phone. This is her old phone. I don't understand it. I'm just like, there's no place to put a password on there. Don't understand it. I was like, well, we can go get another fish sandwich. I'm like, no. Let me try to see if I can get Jill back. Because she got the call. Let's see if we can get you back without going dee 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 dee. It worked. Now you can see me. We'll see. It was just very frustrating. I don't know. It's like if you're gonna have a thing like that, you and then tell you to contact customer support, have a dang on customer support number to call. Don't just tell people to call customer support when you don't have customer support to call. That was my little thing. So I don't know. 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 But before the end of the month, hopefully, maybe we can get into it and figure it out. Figure it out so she she can get her subway. It was just frustrating trying to get in and trying to figure it out. But it's not happening today. I've tried a couple times. I've given up today. I don't have the patience for it. Get my frustrations out of stuffing fabric into um, foam board. get my frustrations out on that, right? Much more useful part of my time than trying to figure out the subway app. I just felt really bad for the people. I was just sitting there going with everybody. I was like, yesterday, I'm like, I'm really sorry that you, as the people, have to deal with it as managers and all that kind of stuff. It was like, they there's nothing they can do. I was like, I'm really sorry you all have to deal with that nonsense. You don't get to talk to anybody in customer service anymore. You just really don't. I'm sorry, you don't get to do it. It is very frustrating, and it's just. There was a gentleman, and in whatever it was, he was a company, and was home one day. He was big company, and he decided to call himself, try to get a hold of somebody. They had all the automated things and everything. Let's just say the next day, he came into work, and he said the phones will be. He said the automated stuff's out the window. And he said there will not be. He said the automated will not be here. He said, and everybody will answer a phone. He said he was just so frustrated himself by trying to get through to somebody live. He said, "We're done." He said, "We're done." He said, "There will be no more um, automated things here." I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do the inside first because we'll have to double that. He said, "Goodbye." And he literally threw him out the window. He's just, they were done. Everybody will answer the phone. That's you. Oh, but I forgot to tell you because we were wishing Mom a happy birthday. But Mama just said to me, "Mary, come on." When we were with my mother's godmother, and she said, "Come on," and she said, "We're gonna go outside and sit in the living room." She turned on the AC. She's if the window unit. She said, "We're gonna just sit here," and she sat in her chair, and I laid on the couch because it was. And come to find out later, it was like over 100 degrees, and I was not handling it well. So they had started. There was one lady. She had all these beautiful dolls. I used to love going down, looking at all her dolls and stuff, and talking with her. We used to go down and see her. She was the only person in the place that had the AC running. And she would not run that AC at night. Oh, it was so hot. She was afraid that it was going to make that when it clicks off. That was the sign that was everybody go, "Oh, when it clicks off, it's going to set fire." No, it's not. But that's what everybody there believed. And then it went down like stories. And everybody else believed it. So nobody wanted to run their AC. Like, that's not how the AC runs. But my mother was like, "No, Mary, we're going to go out." She put me out on I slept on the couch and ran the AC because I was just so hot. I was actually getting nauseous because it was just, and we found out it was like 100 degrees. And we were on the side of the building. I don't know how she slept in it. I couldn't have. We were on the side of the building that faced, it was the opposite side of the street on the fourth floor. So there was no wind, you know, there was no air coming in. I don't know how I couldn't have done it. I'd have been roasting. I couldn't have handled it. I mean, we have our AC turned to like 70 degrees, or 72 degrees during the day. And last night I thought I was so tired I didn't go through and change it. And I had to come through about 2 o'clock in the morning and change it to 70 degrees because I was roasting. I don't know how she did it. It was so funny. She wore a girdle and everything. We were at a restaurant one time. We were at Pizza Hut. Or times when you could sit into the restaurant and eat, and had the salad bar and everything. And she was, hi Grace, welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. We're doing something called Kinusaiga. This is actually, my mom doesn't know it, but it's going to be her birthday present. And it's her birthday today. So it's going to take me a while to finish this one, but this is in honor of her. This is called Tilted Teacups. We're using polystyrene board, and it's the art. It's styrene. I was corrected. Polystyrene board, and then you tuck fabric into cut design in there. It's not styrofoam; it's the stuff you get at Home Depot. But we were at Pizza Hut with my namesake and Mary, and my mother's godmother, and I bumped her, and her earring went, fell down, and we were looking all for it. We couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden, she was in her bedroom at home, and she was getting ready for bed. She just starts laughing. She came through and she goes, I found my earring. You'll never guess where it went. Went down her shirt. Got lost. She said, I found it in my bra. We went out to a Chinese restaurant one time, and she got she was in her 90s. I mean, she lived till she was like, like, I forgot how, I think she was like 99 or something like that. And she got this. She was in the what was it? She was in the Chinese restaurant. She got the Chinese fortune cookie. And so we went home, or she opened it there, and she started laughing. Said a dark handsome stranger is going to come to your back door. She didn't have a back door, but she thought that was so funny. She took that fortune cookie home, and she went and she told all of her people at the place, look what's going to visit me. She was a riot. She was a riot. She liked her Pepsi. She wasn't going to have Coke in the house. She had to have Pepsi. Well, she had stock in Pepsi. That's why she liked Pepsi. She was a neat lady. So we used to come up and visit her. We are doing this. And if you all haven't known what this is, and we'll be on Mother's Keeper tonight later on to talk about what we have started doing. 8 o'clock. It's very, very relaxing. Very calming, very relaxing. Is that one? Hold on a second. Where's my pattern? I know I did. That's that. So this cut needs to happen down to here. So that's the pattern if everybody wants to look at it. But I think the teacup is so stinking cute. All right. I need my. Of course, Christina got my fabric all wishy washy yesterday. So I gotta find my thinner fabric so I can do my little trick with thinner fabric. So I find where she stuffed it. Did I put it away? It may not even be in here. Hold on. I didn't think I need it again. And I've got to go get some more thin white. Where are you, thin white?
I know where it's at.
Where?
You're gonna yell at me if I say it.
What? Did you take my thin white?
No.
Well, it didn't go to Christina because I didn't give it to her yesterday.
No, I'm not saying that either.
Oh, I found some, so.
If I say it, you're gonna yell at me for it. My favorite thing in the whole wide world.
We'll just use that. It's probably somewhere around here, someplace in there. As long as I have it. I only really use it for this. All right. Have fun dealing with the painters. Good luck. Thank you for hanging out. Look at my email. I sent you one recently. I don't know if you saw it, but give it a look at. Yeah, we're probably not going to be on here too much longer because I want to break in between, but I thought I'd like to get at least one teapot. I love this blue next to this. It really looks cool. For sure. So this is the trick we use. We take a white. I need to get even thinner white than this. When you're doing one that's going to kind of show through a little bit, you just move your fabric, move your picture so you're not doing this with the thing. Okay. And you're taking this tool, which is a great tool. I know it's a Cricut tool, but it works for this application. And I think I'm going to start getting like possibly a piece of paper, but still it's pretty easy to wipe up. This is just a cutting board. You take this and you go spray. And then you put your thing down. And sometimes when you're having very thin, and even though this isn't thin, it doesn't look thin, it was really kind of coming down with the board. You kind of saw the board coming through when we were using it. But having this little Cricut tool really helps to kind of mash the, 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 the I can't think of what that stuff's called, basting stuff on there. Well, it's temporary, it works. It makes things a little thicker to use. That's why I want to find even thinner stuff. But I think that it'll look nice versus putting print against this. Just think it'll be nice to have the bottom part of the teacup match the handle. Because I really like the pattern, but I also don't want to overwhelm. Don't want to overwhelm with pattern either. I've kind of learned that. I hate to tell you, my daughter probably will. My daughter's into this now. I've gotten her involved in Kinusaiga. But I like pattern, don't get me wrong, but I also think that there's a balance between it. I have to go figure something go. Sometimes if you don't think, even though I've cut this, sometimes I didn't cut enough. I don't think I've cut enough. So there's just a little bit of cut that just hasn't happened. If you're having a little difficulty getting it in, sometimes you just need to give it a little bit of a cut. Next, like go back and recut it again. Yeah. Yep. I just think that it'll look nice to be like the handle and the bottom have a match to them. Just a little bit harder to deal with because it's the double fabric, but I mean, I think I could have pulled this off without, but I didn't like the look of it. I thought it looked better to have for this one to have the double fabric. But I just think it's just I mean, I thought about putting the pattern over here, but I think I really wanted to keep it in with the cup. I don't know. It just seemed like I thought it's going to, if I had done the pattern down here below, but because I hadn't, it just was going to me, it was going to look weird. But that's me. So almost like, well, maybe we can order pizza. I'm like, maybe we will. I don't know. I got frustrated with it and I just went and ate something, but maybe we'll figure out something. And these tweezers are really good when you get like stuff like I just got this on another piece of glue on the 3M thing. And I'm telling you all this 3M stuff, it will stick. And I really don't want it'll make the other thing. It's not impossible, but it will make the other kind of not lay very nicely down. So I don't want it on there. So try to get some of it off. Thing is, like, I don't want Papa John's. I don't want. Actually, quite frankly, we get a lot of pizza from the Sam's Club. We'll order like one of their pizzas from the cafe. We'll bring it home and we'll have it after we go shopping at Sam's Club sometimes. And we'll heat it, we'll freeze it, and then we can heat it up. And actually, it doesn't do too bad. So we'll see. I don't know. I was just frustrated enough with the annoyance of the app that didn't want to come together today. I was just like, we'll see. Well, we shall see what we do. There's not like a really good like homemade pizza place that's close to us. There's Papa John's, and I'm not having Little Caesars. I'm not crazy about them. There's Donato's, but Josh isn't crazy about Donato's. There's Pizza Hut, and it's okay. There's just like not a necessarily like a good little pizza place near us, if that makes sense. There's a nice kind of Chinese place around us. But of course, there's a great Greek restaurant next to us, by us, but was thinking, I thought, well, feed everybody for about $10 today if Subway had worked. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Trying to get this to lay right. That's why I'm fooling around with the glue. Enough. It just started separating where I didn't want it to separate. I know it's not perfect, and we're not perfect, and it doesn't need to be perfect. I know, I guess. Part of what I want it to be and what it actually turns out to be are two different things. And you don't have to cut it every time, but if I noticed, I kind of saw a piece that just I could see it. I've gotten far enough with this now that I'm like, if I can tell something's not cut right, take a moment and cut it before I but you use a thin white if you get an area that's kind of a little it's not enough like see-through where you're going to kind of see through it. Oh. Do. Oops. Oh, now I have to go with it because I kind of got on there. It'll be fun. So I think I'll stay on here. I'll get the handle done. Well, one teacup got done. And I'll get off so I can have a little bit of time and break between this and that. Then I really like that blue. I'm glad we did the blue instead of the green because I really like that blue there. I think it goes really well with this, and I think it's going to go towards the rest of it really nicely. We'll kind of figure out what we can do for dinner real quick. Mom's got her pie, so she'll be happy. I'm not going to try the app again for whatever it is. I don't want to go far. It's like after yesterday, I really don't want to go someplace that's going to be far. And I don't want to spend a lot on DoorDash because they're so expensive to deliver. There's not a lot of places near us, except for Pizza Hut. Last time we had Pizza Hut, I was not impressed at all. Actually, we had something that was called East Chicago Pizza, and that was around us, and that was halfway decent for delivery. It's a really good pizza place. It's where we got Christina's for a baby shower. We had pizza, and it was what was it? It was up by Hayesville. It was really good. Little tiny pizza shop. But It's a half an hour away, and I just don't have any desire to do it. There's a Mexican place. There's Taco Bell and KFC, but Josh doesn't like either one of them. There's a Subway not too far, but of course we can't get in the app to order anything. Lord have mercy. Because we've been locked out for some strange reason. Oh boy. So if we wanted to get the buy one, get one free, we can't because we can't get in there to do it. And there's no customer support to make it happen. So it's like, Mom's not a big component of Taco Bell. There's a Panera, but Josh's Panera is so expensive. It's good food, but it's really expensive. There's McDonald's, but I won't do them. I won't do our McDonald's. I don't like our McDonald's. Our McDonald's is terrible. Only thing I'll get from our McDonald's is ice cream cones. That's about the only thing that I will get from them. Because last time we got them, first time I think we were going on to Christina's rehearsal for her wedding. We got them, and I got a cold sandwich, and I was like, nope, we're done. I never been able to order from them again. So if I have McDonald's, it's away from where we live. It's not where I will not order from that one. Maybe they've changed their things since then, but I won't do it. I keep extra water caps so I can put a little water in. Because if you do get a glue, like I did around where that blue is, after it dries, take a little bit of water, and you can kind of get a little bit of the water, and you can put it on there. There goes the tea. And you get the water, and it'll fix the problem. It will solve the problemo. It will take it away, and it won't look like it. Sometimes you do have to use glue, and I don't notice the glue in any other issue but where it's dark fabric, and then I notice it. If you take a little water, you can put the glue on, and then you don't notice it. So I have to kind of do it. I wait till it dries enough that I don't have to. But sometimes you do, but you want to be very careful when using these tools because it will really kind of make holes into the foam board. And so you just kind of have to handle it with care. But sometimes the seam ripper is the main tool you use for this. But if you're kind of having issues, you can use those other tools to kind of help navigate it. Here we go. But cut that just a little bit, but it's going to work. Perfect, we're not doing. Creative, we are. Sometimes you can take your hand and just kind of like smooth in, like right in here where it kind of got just a little bit. As long as you kind of take your hand and gently press it, you can kind of gently press it, and that will help too to kind of bring the foam board down. So it shapes if you kind of got it out of whack a little bit. So I don't know. You can go pick up some taco salads, I guess, from that one Mexican restaurant. They have the best flan. Mom's got her apple pie. We'll see. Yes. I love the handle. I think the handle looks really cool. I wanted to come on before I went on with Kim. Now that I'm talking about food, I'm getting hungry. Where is my thing? And I just, again, I just want to, I really want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, because I know that this may not be everybody's jam to sit here and watch me do this, but it has just become so, I can't explain it. I wish I could, but I can't. It's like I should be able to explain this. I can't. And then I just see Christina flourishing with it and her and I connecting with it. And I'm thinking, okay, there's a reason. But see, this is why this is a Cricut tool. You can get this into, with probably in something similar to this. You could even use a gift card, but I don't think that would be strong enough. But you see how I can kind of really get that flat without, because you don't really want to pull out your iron. But when you've got to double up the fabric, which we tried this fabric with just outdoing this, and it actually showed through to the underbelly. So that really helps to kind of get it down and sealed. And then you can, I'll have to get some of that stuff for Christina, but I got to go to my fabric store that I like going to and see if they have really, really thin fabric, weight fabric, because that's thin, but I need it to be even thinner. Just a little backing behind it, so that if it's fabric that's going to show through, or if we want to use, I want to try to use a tulle too, which I heard you can use. I want to see what that'll do, and then being able to put that, or if you have sheer fabric, to be able to do that. But then you have to have that with some, you know, white or matching color fabric, depending if you can see through it. But we did our goose. There's our goose. Where did it go? Goosey goose. My goose disappeared. I know it's somewhere. I better find it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I think the goose went on vacation, y'all. What's Christina? Oh boy. I'm serious. You can't find the goose. I think it went on vacation. That's that. Oh, this is another one we got to work on too, because it's a really easy pattern. I've got to work on that one. I've got so many to do. I have lost the goose. Oh, Josh has the goose. That's who has it. Went and visited Josh because he was trying to figure out frames. But the goose, we did the same thing with the double fabric. I doubled the fabric because the sun rays just wasn't as clean as I would have liked it. So we got one more piece of the handle to do, and then we're going to stop, and then hopefully you'll see me over on Mither's Keeper at 7:30 tonight. Talking about this. But it's not just about this, guys. It's about making those connections. Those are what's important. Like this is a little tough area because we had to double do it to get this fabric in. So this is where you just have to be very careful, but how sometimes you need that little bit stronger thing to kind of get it down, but it will kind of go down in there. So you want to be very careful how you do it. And sometimes you kind of have to give one a facelift to kind of get things underneath. You have to kind of go in and kind of go up. It's kind of why I did this before I did the sides or anything, because I know it's going to kind of cover up some of it. So if you need to, you kind of need to get in there with. That's why I did it, because I thought it's going to be easier to do this way. So you kind of sometimes have to get in there. But sometimes you just need a little bit of a stronger tool to kind of get down in there if you've had to double up the fabric or it's just a tough spot. So I found those to be very helpful, but they have to be used very gently. This one, the seam ripper, you can be a little bit more force, but those you have to be very, very careful when you're digging, because I've had it where there's just the holes aren't noticed, you don't see them, but they will put a significant hole into the fabric. And that's where you have to kind of be careful. Okay. I'm trying to figure out something. Not too. Thought I picked this up. It's just one of those $8s that I picked up at my new favorite craft store. You don't need this, except if you're dealing with thinner fabric and you need to kind of put it on. And it says temporary, but it works. It's just basting stuff. And you have to kind of stretch this because sometimes it gets a little wrinkled. Putting it down. That's why this thing usually comes in pretty handy. Oh, there's the Milkies. I'm just trying to get this to flatten out. Kind of got curved. I don't want it to be wrinkled. Okay. So glad I did that for the call on that. And then I'm going to show you another trick. This is a cutting board that we got at Sam's Club. So I know they have cutting mats for you can get self whatever from the thing, but I think especially coming live, it's nice because it doesn't have a bunch of marks on it. You don't need that when you're doing that, where you have the self-healing mats for the sewing. You've got all those lines on it. I think that it really helps with showing this off on camera, because you get to focus on the pattern and the picture we're doing, not necessarily having cut lines for sewing stuff. And so it works out really well. So this is just a cutting board from Sam's Club, but I think it works well because then you guys are focused on this. You're not focused on And you don't really need any of that when you're doing this. You don't need a self-healing, and it just works really well. I've had no problems. It just gives it a little sturdiness. And then the tablecloth is a vinyl tablecloth. I got it Wayfair, and this is just this table is just a folding table. We did a folding table, so if we do ever have to fold up the station, somebody comes over and they're spending the night, they need this little area, we can fold this folding table up pretty easily. But the thing is that having this thing here, it just gives it some real stability. And I don't want to cut through to the vinyl tablecloth either. Not that I ever have, but it gives me a good push, a good stable surface to work on. Uh, she's all happy. She just got done with her walk a little bit ago. We're so thankful for Nicole. I'm telling you, she is just a blessing. Absolute blessing. So again, this does help a little bit to kind of get this in. Just have to be very careful, but sometimes, especially if you've had to double do it and it's a little stiffer of a fabric, it is helpful to have this, one of these tools, and there comes in different sizes. We use that for the glue, but then it also helps to kind of have this to kind of get underneath, because you want to tuck the fabric in. And sometimes it cooperates, and sometimes it says, no, we don't feel like cooperating tonight. Just like the Subway app. But I really wish it had, I'll tell you. I really wish the darn Subway app had cooperated. I'm just kind of putting this here just as a, and I haven't noticed a major deal for, like I said, the lighter fabrics, I have not noticed any issue with the glue showing through. The darker fabrics, you have to be a little bit more careful with. Those will show the glue, but then if they do, unless this glue dries clear, it does happen to kind of leave kind of like a little bit of this tacky glue, a little bit of a white residue on it, not so much on the white on the lighter fabrics. But this way, if you kind of let it dry, use the water technique, I have noticed no issues to be able to fix it and make sure that it's not going to leave any residue if you have any problems. And if you can make sure that you can go back and really kind of clean up where it is, I'm probably going to have to put a little water on it. Some fabrics do it easier and faster than others for some strange reason. And if it's a part that's not really going to affect it, you could use the water a little early. Like this part's not a part that really needs it, but it got a little bit extra on there that I don't want. And using these tools to kind of clean that up works. And there's going to be right here. So, like we had it right here and it took care of it. It kind of just blended in. So it's a great little technique to use. I don't know if anybody else is using it, but I found it helpful. So now we have the cute handle. I love it. I am covered in fabric things. And then to have, said to Christina yesterday, I said, have baby wipes. She goes, oh, I got plenty of that. I said, well, take a pack of baby wipes and put it with your Kinusaiga project. But you can see, like, we got that spray adhesive on the table on this cutting board. And I've just noticed, have a wet wipe. These are just what is it, disposable, no, the flushable wipes, and then I can just clean off the stickiness of the spray on there pretty easily. Or you could take a little bit of alcohol on your tools if you get any glue on them, or your cutting board. And I've just noticed being able to kind of do that and always dump a little bit extra water and just clean your board. I put paint on here, and it's just every once in a while I'll clean it off just because it's got stuff on it. And then sometimes your seam ripper will have glue on it, or your tools will have glue on it. And you can just take this, or you can take alcohol. You can have alcohol pads and just take it and clean your things off. So have some baby wipes or some disposable wipes. They're not that expensive. And have a little trash can for all your trash. It saves you having to clean up afterwards. So I think our little teapot is coming together tremendously well. We're going to use this, which I got at my store that I love, my country fabric store. We're going to use this for the outline of the teacups, which is this part, and on the outside of the teacups is all going to be this color. The next teacup we'll be using is going to be this color with this. I got this at Country Fabrics too. So we're going to kind of have a busy bottom one. We're going to have the top one kind of be a little neutral. So we're going to do this with this. And then on the top teacup with the hearts, we're going to have this on the outside. We're going to flip, like right here, we had the plain on the inside for the flowers. We're going to flip it. We're going to have the plain on the outside of the teacup with the plaid on the inside with the hearts, and having this on the outer part of the teacup. And I think it'll really come together. So one like this, I would strongly suggest picking out your fabric before you start doing it, because then you kind of know how your plan is going. You don't always have to do it. Some needs to be just, well, just create as you go and wing it. But sometimes it is very helpful to just sit and pick out the fabric you're going to use on something like this before you start, because then I kind of wouldn't have known where to start if I hadn't taken a moment, picked out my fabric. And you may have to put it on this, especially if you use this for that glue. You may have to do it on that. So, anyway, so join us tonight. What time is it now? About another hour. Come over to My Other's Keeper, and we'll be talking about Kinusaiga. I promise I will be wearing probably a different shirt. But I needed to be comfortable for a while today because I was just so sore. So there's no sense putting away my supplies, right? Be coming back to do the teardrop pattern over there with her. Or we figure out maybe something to order or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's Mocha. She's my King of Saga buddy. She comes over here and likes to sit. So anyway, I'll see you tonight, hopefully, over on her channel. Oh my goodness, it's all over me tonight. The hazards of working with King of Saga, right? And we will see you all later. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for wishing Mama a happy birthday, and we will continue to work on our teacup. I'm loving how it's coming along. I love the handle. I think it really brings it out. I think if I'd put the pattern, it wouldn't have separated it because it would have been too much pattern here and not have the kind of the plain on the outside. So I think it differentiates. I think the handle would have just blended in instead of kind of seeing that the handle's there. So I'm glad we did that. So join me tonight with my friend Kim. And with that being said, guys, I'll probably come on tomorrow. Most likely. Who knows? But anyway, be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection, or seam ripper. No crochet hook. No crochet hook is required, or seam ripper is required. And remember, we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And to my mother, happy birthday. I love you. I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful to the Lord that I got such a awesome mother, an awesome aunt, grandmother, great grandmother now, promoted this year, mother-in-law. What else is she? Friend, an aunt, sister-in-law. And thank you for just being the best mom of this girl could have ever asked for. Love you all. Have a great night. See you tomorrow, and see you at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Sorry, Eastern time, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time with my other keeper. Love you all. Bye bye, everybody.